For me, the best hour of day was bedtime. Because before I go to sleep, I pick up each of my Walt Disney books and read one story from it every night. So I picked up Walt Disney's America and read Brer Rabbit. Second, I picked up Walt Disney's Fantasyland and read Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Third, I picked up Walt Disney's Worlds of Nature and read The Arctic Wonderland. And finally, I picked up Walt Disney's Stories from Other Lands and I read Peter Pan. The first thing I thought when I looked at Peter's picture was, he is always so happy. But his voice talent was depressed. How can I bring him back? So I looked up the actor who played Peter Pan. The boy's name was Bobby Driscoll, and he had a really hard life after Disney. He was gotten rid of because he had a severe case of acne, but that's a story for another day. When I looked him up, I said to myself, he needs someone. I wanted to do something sensitive for him, but I didn't know how. He was dead. And I hardly know him. But now that I've read all about him, maybe I could do something. But then I was reminded of something. Something that took my mind off of these things. So I grabbed my scrapbook and pulled out a photo from it. It was a photo of a meet and greet with Peter Pan and Wendy. The girl that Wendy is hugging tightly is me when I was 5. Ever since then, I've loved Peter Pan. And then last summer, I returned to Disney World and saw Peter again. He was so sweet to me. It was sad that Wendy wasn't there this time, but at least I had Peter. We talked stories and mothers. The list went on. I even kissed Peter's cheek at the end. Don't tell Tinkerbell. I first heard about Driscoll when I was about 9 or 10. And now, all I want to do is make him happy, dead or alive. It's difficult for me to make decisions sometimes. But then, every time I look at his picture, I decide that it's best if I do at least something for him. I wanted to start right away, so I started watching other Driscoll films, such as Song of the South, When I Grow Up, and The Happy Time. And then before I knew it, it was bedtime. But then, as I closed my eyes, I saw something. Someone. That someone was a mysterious boy. He was accompanied by a ball of light. I didn't know how, but the boy and the light somehow flew near my window, and they peeked right through it. I could tell they were looking right at me. The boy smiled, so he looked trustworthy. I opened my window for him. As he entered, I immediately recognized his face. This trustworthy little boy was Peter Pan himself. When I asked what he was doing here, he didn't say anything. He just kept peeking around my house in every corner. I didn't know why, but then he said,
Tink, shh, stop playing and help me find my shadow.
His shadow, that's what he was looking for. I helped him find it. It was very much like what happened in his movie, but it was much different. Because when I asked him again what was he doing here, he said that Driscoll had sent him. How could that have been? Driscoll was dead. Peter then said to me to look out the window. I did as I was told, and in the night sky, I saw the face of Driscoll. It was too good to be true. I was either hallucinating or still dreaming. It couldn't have been real. Ow! I'm awake! It must have been true. It soon became apparent that Driscoll had been watching me from heaven. As of now, he was looking at me with his sweet, angelic smile. And he said to me the words, "Thank you for being so kind to me, and for at least trying to bring me back. I really appreciate it." Right after I said you're welcome, I thanked him for giving me Peter Pan and also giving me the best years of my life. Driscoll didn't say anything back. He just floated towards me and stroked my hair. He sprinkled me in pixie dust and told me to believe. I told him I always would. And then Driscoll told me to always remember that even if we never really knew each other, he would always be with me, because I was the only one who would be there for him, and the only one who would at least try to make people remember him. I promised him that I would, and we said our goodbyes as he vanished back into heaven. I then thanked Peter for giving me the best night ever. I needed this night because it helped me realize that I never really needed to do anything for Driscoll. Because from what he said to me, I was all he needed. Let's all try and bring back the memory of Bobby Driscoll and thank him for giving us Peter Pan. Thank you, Bobby Driscoll, the one and only Peter Pan.